This video will demonstrate creating a seed via and an actual via for use as a blind buried via from within the Allegro Padstack Editor. There are several steps you must perform to successfully use blind and buried vias both before and during the actual design process. These steps are as follows. First, you must create a pad stack that represents either the seed via or an actual via. These two different pad stack types are explained in the video Creating a Blind Buried Via using the Allegro Padstack Editor. Second, if using a seed via, you must create the blind buried via in your design based upon the seed via. Third, you must include all of your blind buried vias in the appropriate physical constraint set. Fourth, route your design. Fifth and last, you create the required manufacturing files and documentation to include the blind buried vias. This video will cover step 1, creating a seed via or an actual via. So the Padstack Editor is up here, and we're going to create first a seed via. The requirements for this seed via is the drill size should be 10 mils. It's going to have a 25 mil circular pad on the regular layers and a circle 35 mil for the relief and the anti-pad. So let's start the process. We're going to create a via. Just walk across the tabs from left to right, the drill. And we wanted that to be a 10 mil drill. Drill symbol. I'll make that 25. Matches the pad size. Sign layer. Remember on the regular layers we wanted a 25 mil circle. So make that 25. And I'll just copy that and paste that to the other layers. My thermal pad wants to be 35 circle. And I'm going to copy that onto all of my anti-pads and thermals. Expand this kind of a little. Now remember, this looks like it's a through hole pad, but we are going to configure this inside the Allegro PCB Designer to use the actual start and stop layers that we want. I'm not going to worry about mask layers or anything else. I'm just going to save that. And we'll call that seed via. So that's one down. That was my seed via. I'm going to go do a actual via. Now the requirements on this one are pretty much the same. It needs to be a 10 mil drill with a 25 mil round pad on the routing layers and 35 mil round thermal relief and anti-pad. But here, since this is an actual via, it's going to match my board stack up. It's going to start on layer int 2 and end on layer int 5. So I'm going to do a new pad stack. We'll call this int2-int 5. And I'll set that to a via type. Again, my drill is going to be 10 mils. I'll use the same drill figure. Now, this is a little bit different here because since I'm going to create this as actually in this case, this is going to be a buried via, I'm going to insert some layers. And remember, I wanted to start on int 2. And I'm going to just create the other layer right now at the same time. And that wants to be int 5. Names are very important. They must match exactly to my layer stack up. At this point, though, we are using the same geometry. So it's a 25 mil circle. I'll copy that. Now again, I want to put that on the default internal because any layers in between int 2 and int 5 will use this definition. But since this is a blind via, I'm not going to put anything on the begin or end layer. And then the same thing here was before. I want this to be a 35. And I copy that and put that on all the rest of my thermals and anti-pads. And that's ready to go now. And I can save that. as my Int2-Int5 Padstack. This concludes the video that demonstrated creating a seed via and an actual via for use as a blind and/or buried via from within the Allegro Padstack Editor.